What's up, Mommy Millionaires? It's your girl, Marquita Deshay, owner and CEO of Mommy Making Millions. And we are here ready to just really kick off episode one, season one of Mommy Making Millions, the podcast, where I am your host, Marquita Deshay, and I'm going to be highlighting mom and entrepreneurship. And we're just going to be talking about some best kept secrets and best practices. I'm going to be interviewing some mompreneurs, some millionaire mommy mompreneurs, but then I also want to just really shed some light on truly what it looks like to be a mompreneur and the nitty gritty, right? I am not a mompreneur yet, but I am manifesting that this year will be my millionaire year. And I'm also putting the work in the seed in the ground. So, welcome to this podcast. It has been something that I kind of started and played with. It has been something that I've wanted to do. I've always felt like I've had a voice, but I've never felt like I've had the platform. And we're going to be talking about that today. So today's episode is going to be called Betting on You. I'm extremely excited about this because far too long, many of us truly do not even bet on ourselves. And that's the problem when we're talking about becoming in the road to being a millionaire, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. You may know me from my six-figure boutique, House of Divas boutique coaching. You name it, I've probably done it. But right now, I am being a advocate for truly just showing up for mompreneurs. So I help coach women on how to have a just unfold on no longer having or accepting limited beliefs, right? We're going from just a mom mindset to a mommy making million mentality. So I'm extremely excited to finally be kicking it off this podcast. You can find this podcast, well, you've probably already found this podcast, but you can connect with me on social media at Marquita Deshay or the Mommy Making Millions um, community on Instagram, YouTube. Just I'm there. All right. So let's get started. I named this episode Betting on You. Right. You know what, y'all? I said we're gonna be talking about the nitty gritty, right? Truth is, I'm tired. I feel like Tamala Man when I'm actually saying this because I'm tired of putting my faith, my hopes, my just future in the hands of other people who appear to be successful, right? Or maybe they are successful, but I'm tired of putting my destiny in the hands of someone else when the truth is I have the power and the potential to be great, and it's my job, it's my duty, it's up to me ultimately to create my own journey to success and figure out how to navigate my way through success. And so trying to figure out what those even tools look like. Sometimes I feel like, we don't have all the answers. Some of y'all might know my story, right? I was a teen mom. I dropped out of I didn't really drop out. I was pulled out of high school. So then I had a GED. And so I just been like kicking my way around, y'all, trying to stay hungry to be successful because I'm tired of being in this loop of generational curses, right? I'm tired of negative bank accounts and living paycheck to paycheck. Like, I want more, and I know that there's so much more out there. And so I am advocately seeking just how to get that, right? If I have to pay to play, meaning if I have to pay for the resources to get me there, guess what? I'm investing in me. But the truth is, I gave up on myself somewhere along the way. I started invoking on limiting beliefs. I started downplaying who I was. Like my biggest enemy in my own success was me, right? I'm talking to the woman in the mirror. I'm talking to the future millionaire in the mirror here. And so some of us, we see all these people on these platforms and we give them more praise, glory, and honor than we even give ourselves, right? I'm not even talking about just being thankful to God, right? I'm talking about just truly understanding what it means to believe in our potential, in our beliefs to be successful. We have the power to be successful. We just have to develop that millionaire mindset. So, this is why, if you hear me talking about the women that come through my program, the mom to millionaire mindset, yes, these women are not millionaires yet, but we're invoking that millionaire mindset and that millionaire mentality on them, because so a man thinketh, so is he. So you can't want to, you have to know in the essence that you are already great, you are already successful, you already have the capabilities to be just, you are already fearfully and wonderfully made. We just have to tap into our greatness. And so sometimes we look at all of these other peoples that already have these platforms, and then we begin to feel as though because they already have the platform, we begin to shrink ourselves. No, no more. 2022 is the year where we're going to start really betting on ourselves. I think somewhere along the line, I know for me, I gave up on me. And I don't want you guys to give up on you either. All right. So bet on you this season, right? Bet on you. Put all bets on you. And you put the seed in the ground and you start working towards that, right? This season, we have to know that sometimes you're all that you simply have. Your children are all that you have. You're the only option, right? But why are you made to feel like just because you're the only option that you're not the best option? That is not the case. Sometimes people will fail you. They want to show up and they want to be there for you, ladies and gentlemen. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes people truly don't generally know how to support you. They don't know how to be there for you, right? As much as we give, as much as we pour out onto other people, and we always seem like we're getting the short end of the stick in our marriages, in our families. How are we able to balance it all? Sometimes you are the antidote to other people's problems. This is how this podcast and this Mommy Making Million platform got started, ladies and gentlemen. I was all I had with my children, right? I was at home during the pandemic, working part time. I had a 6-figure boutique that I had. I had keys to my showroom. I still had children that depended on me, and I had limited people that could help me with family. I didn't have a lot of babysitters, right? So I had to create the antidote for the success that I wanted. Some of us are still trying to find that antidote. And the problem is, you probably are the answers to a lot of your problems. That goes back to betting on you. You have to show up. So just being mindful is that, sometimes understanding that you're all you have and being okay that being all I am is enough. You are enough, mommy millionaire. You are enough. Let me hear you just say that, right? Put that on a post-it this week in your mirror. I am enough. I'm all I have, but I'm enough. I'm more than enough. And then with identifying that you're more than enough, you have to also understand that you have to be okay with working with what you have until you are able to get to that next level. It was so many days where like I was just like feeling like all of the things that were my shortcomings were not enough. So it prevented me from moving forward in opportunities. It prevented me from showing up and just being great. People don't really care sometimes if you have just like all of the bells and whistles just out there. People really rarely care about when it looks and it's just super perfect, right? Sometimes less is truly more. Because if you're just showing up as your authentic self, people are going to be able to align and resonate with that. And they're going to see that journey that you guys are on. Like me, I'm on my way to becoming. So no longer can I not show up, no longer can I learn how to humble myself. No longer can I be ashamed of what I have or what I don't have, because the things that I have are going to put me in position to allow me to prosper. Use the things that you have in this season, ladies, and allow yourself to grow from there. I didn't have a beautiful website when I first started off. I didn't even understand what my brand was supposed to look like when I first started off. I didn't understand business credit when I first started off. I didn't understand how to balance and budget as a mompreneur. I didn't understand systems and processes. I didn't understand hiring my first employee. These are all growing pains. These are all lessons that we have to learn, but these lessons are what's going to allow us to tap into that greatness. These are lessons that we're going to be able to teach the person that's coming in under us. You are the gateway, mommy millionaire, to generational wealth. If not you, then who? If not you, then who? I'm going hard in the paint with everything I got in 2022 because I am all that I have right now. I'm betting on me. I don't care what your bank account look like. Invest in you. If you only got $20 to go out and buy a ebook that's gonna help to leverage you in an area, buy it. If a $20 microphone to help you start your podcast is going to help put you in position, order it. If getting on Fiverr to make your brand the best that you can make it, you do what you can at the level that you're operating on. And then you work yourself to greatness. Like these people that we see on these platforms that have all the bells and the whistles, I want you to really go back down the line to where they did not have. Some of these people, they're not perfect. Perfect doesn't always get you there. All right, so scratch out perfect. I want y'all to show up and get it done by any means necessary. If you got to cry to get it there, get yourself there. Cry on the way there. Get your tissue, fix your makeup, show up for you. Get back into wherever you're trying to go, right? And then at the end of the day, continue to track your progress, because these steps that we're taking are steps towards progression. Okay, so that's our focal point. Work with what you have. You got everything right now. You have all of the potential, and that's more than enough. Stop sleeping on yourself. Why are you sleeping on you and putting your faith in somebody else? Right? I remember I didn't have money for coaching. I couldn't afford a coach, to be honest. But the moment I did, guess what? I purchased, I invested. House of Divas was truly built off of every time I got my income tax, y'all, I invested in my business. I bought inventory. I didn't understand where I was getting money from. If you've read my book, you hear me talk about the ability of me when I was getting my school financial checks. I was getting loans from school because that was the only way I knew how to get loans. Now we're living in an age where we're getting PPP grants and loans, and we're getting access to funding, whereas back then we couldn't even figure out how to write the blueprint for a business plan. So the universe is wide open for us to be successful. Do what you have to do in order to put you in position to win. Invest in you every year for probably until I figured out business credit was something that I truly needed. And we're not even going to talk about business credit today. All right. So show up for you. Show up for you. Right now, I'm just like really advocate about just really putting myself on a schedule. I think that it really works right now. And with putting myself on a schedule, it allows me to see a lot of the productivity that I'm actually coming up with. Waking up in the morning, I have a 5 a.m. wake up call. I'm waking up, I'm meditating, I'm praying, I'm journaling, I'm reading my e-devotional prayer book. I'm saying what needs to get done. I'm meeting with myself, right? I'm consistent. I'm practicing consistent behavior. Invoke on some of that. Right? I show up every morning for my business and for my brand. Because if I'm not showing up and I'm not developing the consistency, then how can I expect to grow? How can I expect anyone else to follow what I'm trying to model? Or how can I even expect anyone to see the results that I'm trying to produce if I'm not even showing up? Some of us aren't even showing up for success, let alone ourselves, right? So this is the problem. When was the last time you had a meeting with yourself? When was the last time you checked in on just, okay, where are we with our goals? If you go into these Fortune 100, Fortune 500, Fortune 50 companies and organizations, they're meeting. Of course, they have boardrooms, but they're meeting with their team. So if you a team of one, I'm gonna need you to be meeting with your team, you, yourself, and I, right? I'm gonna need y'all all three to sit down and have y'all a meeting. And I need you to identify, how can you show up more? How can you show up more? Because truth is, whether we like it or not, the show must go on. Whether you decide to be great or whether you decide to tap into your own potential, truth of the matter is if you're not going to decide to be great and show up and be successful, or go out there and launch the business, write the book, open the bakery, open the salon, right? Get the degree, get the certification. Mommy Millionaire, if you not doing it, then guess what? Somebody else is running off with your blessing. Somebody else is running off with your bag. And then we are in this hamster wheel of a cycle, where we are mad at the world when we aren't successful. Like, you got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, I'm sick and tired of, I was sick and tired. Like, yes, House of Divas was making six figures, but Marquita Deshay, I'm still building my portfolio. I'm still trying to get them assets. I'm after the generational wealth. Like, it's not about a dang on how much is my salary. I don't care about a dang on salary no more, ladies. Like, it's so much bigger. That's why we mommy making millions. It's like, it's way bigger than a salary. We're not trading time for money no more. We're not trading time for money. Like, it's so much bigger than us. We're talking net worths. Some of us don't even know how to calculate our net worths. But that's why we have this podcast. That's why I'm showing up for y'all. I'm showing up for you. I'm showing up for me. I'm showing up for my children. I'm showing up for my children's children. Because I'm betting on me this season. So, what does your success truly mean to you? For some of us, being successful don't mean anything, while for others, our success means everything. Ask yourself, like, truly, what does my success really mean to me in this season? Why? And then every time you think of, like, why or what, allow that to be your motivating drive for success. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sick of feeling like an imposter. I'm sick of feeling like what I have to offer isn't enough. I'm sick of feeling like everything that I want, I can't attain it because I'm too scared to really go out there and get it. Fear no longer exists to me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but fear no longer exists to me. Fear is not even there. I just see a vision, and I believe that truly, without the vision, then if God didn't give me this great vision, then if he didn't give me this vision, ladies, then maybe I wouldn't think it was possible to be successful. But the truth is, I have the vision. He's not a man that he shall not lie. He's not an author of confusion. So starve your distractions this season. Don't allow negative thoughts and limiting beliefs and other people's opinions of what your life should look like come in and truly influence your behavior to think differently in a way to whereas now it's causing you not to show up for yourself. Prove everybody wrong. Prove everybody wrong. Like, you owe it to yourselves. Like, y'all, we owe this to ourselves. Like, I don't know who I'm talking to on this podcast, but we owe this to ourselves. Like, we far too long, y'all. Like, far too long. Like, it's been too long. We got everything that we need inside of us to be great. We got everything. Nobody's betting on us this season. Everybody's betting against us. Have you ever had somebody bet against you? Do you truly know what it feels like to give up on yourself? If this podcast is for you, like, let me know. Like, give me some feedback, because I'm really seeking the moms out there that's just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, I'm sick and tired of being passed up from promotion and opportunity. I'm sick and tired of people feeling like I look too young, or I don't look like I should be in position to win. According to who? I'm truly excited, y'all. Like, I'm truly excited. I think that what I want y'all to take from betting on yourselves is the world wants you to give up. The world was designed for you to give up. But that doesn't mean you have to. That's why journaling is so important. That's why being consistent is so important. That's why learning to model $1,000,000 behaviors and mindsets and reading is so important. That's why investing is in you is so important. That's why watching who you keep in your company is so important. That's why you having and practicing self-care is so important, because it's going to bring balance into who you are, and it's going to bring balance into what it is that you're trying to do. I always say if success was easy, everybody would be successful. But the truth is, it's not. And the truth is it wasn't meant to be. But I want to tell you, like, I don't care what it is that you're going through. He is a waymaker, and he's a promise keeper. So all of those promises, he is a man that he shall not lie. Like, y'all, I want y'all to start speaking God's word, like, right back to him. In the times where you're feeling like, I just truly have nothing, God. Like, right now, I'm down to nothing. Are you willing to bet on yourself when you down to nothing, sis? Nothing? You gonna dilute your dreams just because you down to nothing? You know how much is birthed out of nothing? You know how much it, like your success and your story. Have you ever felt like you just had nothing to wear? Like, I ain't got nothing to wear. I ain't got nothing to wear. I ain't get a chance to go to the store and give me nothing. My clothes that I bought didn't come in. I ain't got nothing to wear. So you think. A woman always say she ain't got nothing to wear, right? Then you head to that closet and you start looking through the inventory. You start looking through your jeans, your blazers, your tops, your accessories, your bags, your shoes, your boots, your hats, them fedoras, them scarves, them brooches, right? You're looking at your accessories. You're looking at the inventory. What you already got. And then you start thinking about all of these creative ways of how to style yourself. This has happened to me multiple times, y'all. Like, I'm actually in the process of getting ready to go to a conference. And a lot of the reasons that I actually started my boutique is because, number one, I couldn't afford clothes as a teenage mom. So I was looking to generate income. Then number two, the second part of that was I never liked the clothes that was out there. So it's always hard for me to shop with other people because I don't want to look like nobody else. So I'm always thinking of creative ways to style myself. So I'm at this closet and I'm like, ooh, Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't even think that I could style this with this. I didn't even think that this cardigan, this top, these pair of jeans, and I'm gonna rock it with this boot and this bag. Okay, okay. So now I done came up with 5 outfits, y'all. 5 outfits, 5 looks that I know when I get up in there, all eyes is gonna be on me. Cause I'm feeling like anytime I step into the room, y'all always know I'm representing my brand. Like I love fashion at the end of the day. And I'm always representing House of Divas. And at this point, I'm always representing the Mommy Making Millions community. So I'm looking to command the room at any given opportunity. So now I done came up with these 5 outfits that I didn't even think I had to begin with. That's how your life is with your skills, with your opportunities. You thinking you don't have nothing in the closet, sis. Go recheck that inventory. Go back and do inventory on yourselves, your skill sets. Go back and look at the things that you're currently saying that you want right now. Go back and look down your to-do list and everything that you think you don't have. Stop focusing on that. We're not focusing on what you don't have. Let's identify the things that you got right now in order to be successful. Recheck the inventory. I need y'all to recheck the inventory because some of y'all are loaded with potential, loaded with possibilities, loaded with ideas. You right there thinking you don't got nothing, sis. You got everything already in you. Everything. Recheck that inventory. Somebody screenshot this and tell me, recheck that inventory and tag me once you've done it. Because I guarantee you, for everything that you think you don't have, you do have. And the things that you think you don't have might be closer to you at your exposure than you think. Get in these communities. Y'all come join me in the Facebook community, Mommy Making Millions. Like, this is not just my playground and my platform. It's your community. It's other women in there. Let's network, right? Hone in on that. Recheck your inventory. And everything that you thought you didn't have, I want you to replace it with everything that you do have. So that when you show up for yourself this season, when you begin to start putting all bets on you, when you start to work with what you have, when you start to put yourself first, when you start to pivot, when things aren't going as planned, you know how to bounce back. What's your bounce back game look like? What's your rebound game looking like? Y'all know I was a ball player. Let me tell you a little story about that real quick. Playing ball, I was never the best offensive player. I was point guard, shoot guard. And I just played around with basketball, right? My dad really didn't like me playing. Um, he didn't really like me doing like girly stuff, so cheerleading and dance and all that other stuff. I couldn't really do a lot of that, but what he did love was my ability to I was the first girl, right? I have all brothers, but I was his first daughter for about 8 years. So I was his daughter and his son. And one day my coach saw something in me. Let me tell you, I played ball, high school ball. My offense wasn't that good, but I was a hell of a defensive player. I was like AI on the court. Like, I'm not even to my own horn, y'all. Like, I'm a real talk. Like, he was probably my inspiration at the time. So I had a jumper, right? It was inconsistent, but I threw it up there, right? But I learned that the best defense, the best offense is defense. I was a banging defensive player. Defense wins games. So yeah, you know what? I probably wasn't the best shooter out there. I'm probably not the most knowledgeable person out there, but I'm going to do a lot of things that's going to allow me to get the rebound. I'm hungry. Don't let anyone else out here out rebound you. Go out there and get it. Every time you drop the ball, every time you drop your dream, go pick it back up. Every time you fail, pick it back up. Because these are lessons of what not to do, number one. And then every time you pick it back up, you're allowing yourself steps closer to make it to that next level. I was a bad defensive player. And I want you to be too. All right. Y'all know where y'all can find me. MommyMakingMillions.com, HouseOfDivas.com. Look, I'm looking for the moms that's serious in this season about generational wealth, business development. My Mom to Millionaire 8-week development accelerator has just opened up. Applications are open. If you are somebody you tired of selling yourself short, come on, let's do this. I'm ready. I'm ready. Because I got some fire for y'all inside this accelerator. We're not showing up the same. We're not doing things as they've always been done. It's time. It's your time. And don't you allow anyone to rob you of your potential or your success any further. No more.